President Trump's tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada are ongoing, leaving many waiting for the whiplash to hit their wallets. While several businesses in Eugene, seeing that cost increase, try to stay ahead of the impact. One economics professor says signs could point to a sturdy economy. University of Oregon economics professor Tim Dewey says all eyes are on the labor market as the country's businesses adapt to the new Trump administration's tariffs. With initial unemployment claims low, along with other factors, Dewey is optimistic about the U.S. economy.
Unemployment's still low, 4.1%. The job growth has been steady in the last few months. Right now, industrial production has been a little bit higher. So that would be sort of an indicator that there is some underlying strength. The hard data says, no, there's not a recession. The soft data says firms are very concerned and consumers are very concerned about the future. They aren't alone with hikes on everything from produce from Mexico to electricity from Canada. President Trump's tariffs are raising costs and keeping smaller local businesses vigilant. Unrefined Wellness Bar opened in May of 2023 in Eugene.
Every month since then, prices have gone up on all of our items, produce, frozen items, basically anything that we're using to make our menu items. But particularly in the past 4 to 5 months, things have really skyrocketed. It's made it pretty difficult on our end to manage those costs without having to affect our menu pricing too much. The avocados were particularly hard for us with that price jump.
They used to be about $75 for a case of them, and now they're $120, and it rose that much in the past 6 months. So we've been trying to keep the cost down.
They've absorbed most of that cost, adding about 50 cents to the cost of added avocado to the menu. Claim 52's general manager says the impact is pending, so they've stayed in close contact with their vendors.
They have all been pretty proactive in letting us know, hey, we're concerned that some impact from tariffs may come, but a lot of them have their material sources are based in the U.S. as well as internationally, so they have multiple options. So whether it's the grains for our brewing, whether it's aluminum for our cans, some prices have gone up a little bit, but we have done some proactive ordering ourselves and kind of stocked up.
Meanwhile, Brian Rooney, regional economist for Lane and Douglas counties for the State of Oregon Employment Department, tells us tariffs can not only raise some prices, but also reduce demand for those products. Retaliatory tariffs from countries like China are expected to make it hard for businesses to export items like coffee, chocolate, and fruits. Last year, China imported 14% of its total farm exports from the U.S. As for recent federal layoffs, Dewey is cautiously optimistic.
The U.S. economy is big. So when you think about a recession is not declines in jobs in one sector. It is declines in jobs across most sectors or a wide swath of sectors. In theory, you could absorb quite a bit of job losses without negatively impacting the overall economy.
Now, for those still bracing for an economic downturn, Dewey recommends Americans work on saving 3 to 6 months of living expenses and ensure they stay up to date on skills in their field of employment in case of shocks to various industries.